Good morning, students. The online
Good
class.
morning, ma'am.
Yeah. So today's topic of discussion is computer arithmetic. This chapter we have to study under Unit 3. After we finish this chapter, our Unit 3 will get completed, and there is one chapter in Unit 5 that also we will complete after this. All right. So beginning with computer arithmetic, to perform any action, a computer system has to go through sequence of steps. Even to perform addition, it has got some sequence of steps for subtraction, for multiplication, for division, for addition of decimal numbers, of floating point numbers. For everything, there are a defined set of steps that a system would follow, and that is known as an algorithm. The solution to any problem that is stated by finite number of well-defined procedural steps is known as an algorithm. We will study several algorithms in this chapter to understand the process of arithmetic operations, how they are actually carried out in a computer system. A method for presenting algorithm is a flowchart. The computational steps are specified in the flowchart inside rectangular boxes, and the decision steps are indicated inside diamond-shaped boxes, from which two or more alternate paths emerge. I hope you know flowchart. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of a algorithm. It has got symbols. For instance, a rectangular symbol that includes the computational steps, and a rhombus or a diamond-shaped box that makes decision. And out of decision, two or more alternate paths emerge. For yes, one path; for no, another path. In this chapter, we are going to develop various arithmetic algorithms and the procedure for implementing them with digital hardware. Even if you know the procedure in your mind, you need pen and book in order to perform that operation, right? As humans, we usually write on a book with a pen or pencil the all the calculations. Likewise, a computer system have to have a hardware that actually implement the algorithm. And we are going to consider addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division for the following, for the different types of data. For which type of data? Fixed point binary data in signed magnitude representation. Here, students, please let me know what do you mean by fixed point binary number in signed magnitude representation. All right, just tell me what is signed magnitude representation. Any one of you, please tell me what is signed magnitude. Please try, students. Well, if you have a magnitude, this number is known as a magnitude. If you have 10, and if you have to represent this as minus 10, then how do you represent in binary? You write 10 equivalent in binary, which is 2, 4, 8. Here we are using 8 bits to represent a number. This one denotes the sign. All right. This most significant bit is known as the sign, which is 1 here to denote negative, and 10 you are implementing in binary in this form. This is known as sign magnitude representation. When you have to represent a negative number, you convert the number in binary form as it is, and you prefix the number with its sign. When it is minus, uh, it, 1 denotes negative number, which is minus. So that is signed magnitude representation. And fixed point in a binary data, in the sense that if you have a number like this 10.0, and you're not moving this point, this fixed point number, in floating point number, what you can do is this 10.0, if you have, you can say 0.100 into 10 to the power of 2. This is floating point number. You are denoting the floating point number in this manner. This point can be moved here and there, and based on, oh sorry, not, it is not 10, it is 2, because it is a binary number. Consider this to be a binary number here. 10 is a binary number. To denote this 10 binary number with a decimal point, and if you are moving the point to the left, you just write in the form of exponent and mantissa. That is floating point binary number. In fixed point number, you just consider the decimal part, not the fractional part. And signed 2's complement number is the number which is converted to 2's complement. For instance, if you have to represent minus 10, first you obtain its binary form, which is 4 zeros, 1 0 1 0. Later you convert it into one's complement, which is 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1, followed by addition of 1 to this converted number, which is in one's complement. So 1 1 is 0, carry 1 1 1 0 4 ones. This is minus 10 in 2's complement form. In signed magnitude form, 10 as it is you convert and add a prefix of the sign bit, which is 1. Here you convert the number to 1's complement, later you add 1 to it to obtain 2's complement. This is 2's complement number. This BCD is not included in your syllabus. You have got this fixed point binary data in signed magnitude representation, fixed point binary data in signed 2's complement representation, floating point binary data. Students, is this clear? Is the introduction clear to you? Very good. Moving ahead to the topic of addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction can be done when the numbers are positive, or both the numbers are negative, or there is a mixed sign. One is positive, another is negative, or first one is negative and second one is positive. All right. Here there are 3 ways to represent negative numbers. What are the 3 ways? Just we studied 2 ways. Can you tell me the 2 ways which we studied now? How did I represent minus 10? Students, please respond. Any one of you, please tell me, how did I represent minus 10? In 2 ways I represented. Tell me the names.
Floating point decimal sign.
Binary number.
No. Next one, next option.
In 2's complement and signed magnitude representation.
Very good, Vani. In signed magnitude representation and 2's complement. We have seen 2 ways. There is another way, the third way. What is the third way? Using 1's complement. There are, please students remember this, there are 3 ways of representing negative numbers in computer. First one is signed magnitude. This is first one, signed magnitude representation. Second one is signed one's complement. Third one is signed two's complement. Here, signed magnitude minus 10, we have denoted as 10. Convert to binary form, add a sign bit, which is 1. Here, convert to one's complement. If you don't convert it to two's complement and use it as it is, then it is one's complement representation. If you add 1 to it, it turns out to be two's complement representation. And remember, most computer use signed two's complement representation while performing arithmetic operation with integers. For floating point operations, most computer uses signed magnitude representation. Here we have integer numbers and float numbers. For integers, computer system uses two's complement representation. For floating point numbers, typically systems uses signed magnitude. Signed magnitude for the mantissa. All right. Next question comes to you. What is mantissa and what is exponent?
Exponent is power, ma'am.
Very good. Exponent is power. Mantissa is the number. For mantissas, essentially computers uses signed magnitude in floating point numbers. All right, in this section, we are going to develop addition and subtraction algorithms for the data represented in signed magnitude. And later, for the data represented in two's complement. We are going to develop algorithms and hardware for addition and subtraction for signed two's complement and signed magnitude. Signed magnitude and signed two's complement. These are the two things we are going to cover under this topic. The first one is addition and subtraction with signed magnitude data. Quickly, can you tell me what is signed magnitude data? Students? Students, please respond. What is signed magnitude data? At least type in chat box. Are you all there in the class? Yes, Manasa. Tell me what is signed magnitude number?
Ma'am, numbers which are converted into after two's complement and all.
Representation of decimal number. How is that representation? Are you not able to understand what I'm teaching? Are you finding it difficult to learn to understand?
No, ma'am.
If you are getting the concepts, you should be able to give me the answers. What I want you to tell now is what is signed magnitude data? Give me an example. Well, students, it's taking a lot of time. Plus 10, minus 10. What are these numbers? What are these numbers known as? These numbers are known as signed numbers. If you have plus 65 minus 62, what are these numbers? Yes, what are these numbers? These are also known as signed numbers. Why they are known as signed numbers? Will you tell me why they are known as signed numbers? Because there is a sign attached to the number. This is plus 65 and this is minus 65. Whenever you have a sign, you get both kinds of numbers, plus and minus. Signed numbers. You have integer, signed integer, unsigned integer. In C, you are studying. What is the meaning of that? Unsigned integers means all positives. Signed integer means you have negative as well as positive. It's minus 127 to plus 127 if it is taking 1 byte. Is students, please excuse me for 1 minute. Sorry about that. Students,
Yes, ma'am.
are you getting these points? Signed. Remember that if it is a 1 byte of data, if you say it is unsigned, then how many numbers it can accommodate? 1 byte means how many numbers you can have? 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8 means how many? What happened to class today? No one is responding. Earlier in online classes, you used to respond. 2 to the power of 8, which is 256. Total numbers. The range is 0 to 255. Means all are positive numbers. If you go for signed numbers, then it will be minus 127 to plus 128. Or I think it's minus 128 to plus 127. Something like that. So here you are accommodating even minus negative numbers. That's why it is known as signed number, signed type. we are going to perform addition and subtraction on signed data. All right, signed data is minus or plus. Understand this. When you have plus operation, and both the signs are plus, what do? You just perform addition, and the sign of the result is also plus. When you have one number as minus, look at here, there are 4 addition operations between both positive, both negative, and one positive and one negative. And there are 4 negative operations, means minus operations. There are 4 subtractions, 4 additions. These are additions and these are subtractions. But then it is not only dependent on the actual operation, rather you also have to consider the sign of the number, and this number is known as magnitude, students. A is, let us say, 10, and this 10 is known as magnitude. The value of this magnitude sign also has to be considered while performing the operation, and also it determines the sign of the result. When do you perform addition of the magnitudes and when do you perform subtraction of the magnitudes? When when both the magnitudes are positive and there is a plus operation, you perform plus operation and the resultant gets plus sign. Look at here now. These red lines. Check out these red lines. What is happening here? Although the operation is plus, but then there is a minus magnitude. Therefore, it is to be decided, what sign the result would take and what operation has to be performed. And because it is plus 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 minus minus, you have to perform minus operation. Here also minus plus minus minus plus minus, you have to perform minus operation. And the result would get plus here because A is greater than B. If the magnitude of A is greater than B, if it is 20 minus 10, then the result will be plus 10. If it is 10 minus 20, the result would be minus 10. So consider this to be A and this other number to be B. When A is greater than B, the sign is plus, and when A has minus sign, if A is positive and greater, you get a positive result. If A is negative and greater, the result would be negative. When A is less than B, and A is positive and B is negative, the result is negative. And when A is less than B and A is negative, A is having minus sign, the result would be positive. When A and B are both same numbers, when they are equal, say 10 minus 10, you don't have minus and plus 0. Students, remember, there is no sign associated to the number 0. It is just a 0. It is not plus 0, minus 0. You cannot have minus 0. All right, it is 0. So when both the numbers are equal, identical, which is 10, consider 10 minus 10 is 0, and it is always plus, irrespective of the sign of the magnitude. Whether A is minus or B is minus, that is not considered. When we talk about a subtraction operation, in this subtraction operation, when the magnitudes are added, when there are dissimilar signs for both the magnitudes, when there are different signs for both the magnitudes, then plus operation is performed. Look at here, A is plus, operation is minus, and B is minus. So plus minus 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 minus. Oh, sorry, minus minus plus. So you perform plus. Here minus minus plus 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 plus. So you perform plus. But then what will be the sign of the result? Here because A is plus, here you get plus, and here A is minus, you get minus. The result, the difference would take minus sign. Now consider these blue lines. Here, although the operation specified is subtraction, here we are performing subtraction, but then we have to consider what will be the sign of the difference, the result. When it is both plus plus, this operation is minus and the result is plus. When A is greater than B, when A is less than B, the operation result, which is the difference value, would get minus because A is less than B. If both are equal, then it is plus. Maybe it is 0. Here, for this, when both are having minus minus sign, the difference would get minus when A is greater than B, and when A is less than B, it gets plus. Students, do you understand this table?
Yes, ma'am, but it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it is a bit confusing, but because we know our mathematics, from mathematics, we know plus 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 like this.
Yes, ma'am.
How computer system does this, that is important to understand now. If you know these mathematical skills, then we will implement this in the form of computer algorithm and hardware. If you take examples and solve, you do one thing today. For today's assignment, you take A is equal to minus 10 and plus 10 and minus 20 and plus 20, and B also you take similarly here minus 20 plus 20 minus 10 plus 10, and you substitute AB values in for various operations and check out the result. If you solve it, you will understand it.
Okay, ma'am.
Well, how to construct a hardware now? Hardware implementation. This is the hardware for signed magnitude addition and subtraction. There are two numbers, A and B. Consider A to be minus 10 and B to be plus 20. We need two registers to store these values. A register stores A value, B register stores B value. Value is nothing but the magnitude. AS stores the sign bit of A, BS stores the sign bit of B. If B value is negative, here you get 1. If it is positive, here you get 0. There is a complementer. What is the need of complementer? When you perform subtraction in 2's complement, then you need a complementer. There is a parallel adder. These are circuits. These two are circuits, and these two are registers. Registers are storage units. In register, you are storing the data, and using the hardware circuit, we are performing different steps. What are the steps? Let us look at first. Okay, this is the flow chart. All right, we will study here. To implement two arithmetic operations with hardware, it is necessary to store two numbers in registers. We saw that we have two registers, register A and B. Let A and B be two registers that hold the magnitudes of the numbers. All right. If A is equal to minus 10 and B equal to plus 20, this 10 is the magnitude and 20 is the magnitude. These two get stored in register A and register B. And then we have a sign flip-flop. There are two flip-flops, AS, BS. This minus will be stored in AS and plus would be stored in BS. 10 would be stored in A, 20 would be stored in B. The result of the operation may be transferred to the third register. Or you can save the result back into A and AS. All right, it is possible. You can say A is equals to A plus B. A would receive the result, which is a sum of A plus B. A would have some value. That value is added to B and stored back into A. And consider A to be the accumulator. Now the hardware implementation, there is a parallel ladder that is needed to perform A plus B. Parallel ladder, if you recall that arithmetic circuit, we learned one arithmetic circuit where we are transferring the information at the same time to four different adders. This is known as parallel adder. If it is a serial adder, only one bit would be transferred. In parallel adder, the entire number would be transferred as input. A parallel adder is needed to perform this micro operation A plus B. Apparently, A plus B are two binary numbers. Parallelly, you have to transfer them. And there is a comparator circuit. This comparator circuit is needed to compare whether A is greater than B or it is equal to B or it is less than B. I'm sorry, by the why it is mentioned complementer here. Okay. I thought there I made a mistake, but it's complementer only. All right. The third one is two parallel subtractor circuit to perform A minus B and B minus A. The sign relationship can be determined from an exclusive OR gate. How do you know the sign relationship? Please recall XOR gate. What is the XOR gate output for different combinations? Can anyone of you tell me? XOR gate. Students, what happened to you today? Are you very happy or very sad? What is XOR gate? Write down the combinations for XOR gate in the chat window. Yes, Vani, can you tell me? Manasa, can you tell me? Rupa? Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is the problem? XOR gate you forgot.
If two inputs are 1, then
Zero,
output will be 1.
0, 0 is?
0.
0, 1 is?
1.
1,
1, 0 is?
1,
1, 1 is?
0,
0.
Hmm. This is used to identify the sign bit. What is 0 means? Wow. Which sign 0 denotes? Wow. If a number is positive, you write 0 or 1.
0.
So 0 is positive. If a number is negative, what do you write? 1. If you say both the numbers are positive, 0, 0, the result will be positive, 0. Here, please understand the logic. If any one number is negative, means 0, 1. 1 means negative. If any one number is negative, the resultant is negative. Here also, if one number is negative, A is negative, the resultant is negative. When both are negatives, result is positive. Minus minus is plus. Plus plus is plus. No, sorry. 0 0 means, yeah, correct only. See, students. 0 0 is positive. Plus plus plus. Plus minus minus. Minus plus minus. Minus minus plus. This is XOR gate is used for determining the sign. Now, what is the procedure? The procedure is there is a comparator is needed, an adder is needed, and 2 subtractors are needed. Subtraction can be accomplished by means of complement and add. Okay. How do you perform subtraction? What are the steps to perform subtraction? Yeah, again, students, silence. What are the steps to perform subtraction? This is for sign, determining the sign. Subtraction steps.
2's complement of minuend.
Yeah. Add the minuend to the 2's complement of subtrahend. First step. Second step is, if there is no carry, obtain the result. If there is a carry, again you have to take the complement. Right? Yes, very good. These are the steps for subtraction. So to perform subtraction, you have to do complement and then you have to add. And the result of the comparison is determined from the end carry after the subtraction. Whatever is the carry bit is generated. If carry bit is generated, the result is negative. If carry bit is not generated, the result is positive. Use of 2's complement for subtraction and comparison is efficient procedure that requires only adder and a complementer. If you use 2's complement to perform subtraction, the hardware required is limited to adder and a complementer. So figure 10.1 shows the block diagram of the hardware for implementing addition and subtraction. And what does it consist of? Well, it consists of 2 registers, 2 flip-flops. Subtraction is done by 2's complement of B, and the output carry is transferred to flip-flop E, where it is checked to determine the relative magnitudes of the 2 numbers. The add overflow bit. AVF holds the overflow bit when A and B are added. The A register provides other micro operations that may be needed to specify the steps. Now the addition of A plus B is done through parallel adder. The sum, which is the output of the adder, is applied to the input of A register. The complementer provides the output of B or the complement of B, depending on the state of the mode control. Do you remember arithmetic circuit and adder subtractor circuit? In that there was mode, and if mode is 1, the circuit behave as a subtractor. If mode is 0, the circuit operates as adder. The same thing you are doing here. The complementer consists of exclusive OR gates and the parallel adder consists of full adder circuits. In figure 4.7 in chapter 4. In chapter 4, we learned this adder subtractor, this full adder, that the same circuit is being used here. The M signal is also applied to the input carry. When M is 0, the output of B is transferred to the adder. The input carry is 0. Same thing, the output of adder is equal to A plus B. When M is 1, the ones complement of B is applied to the adder. The input carry is 1. The output is A plus B complement plus 1. And this is equal to A plus 2's complement of B, which is equal to A minus B. Let us look at this hardware again. There is A register to hold the A magnitude. There is a B register to hold the magnitude of B. There is AS to hold the sign bit of A. BS for sign bit of B. E is storing the sign bit of output, means output carry. AVF is overflow bit, addition overflow bit when you perform addition, and if there is an overflow carry, that would get stored here. In this M board, M is a control input. M can be 0 or M can be 1. When M is 0, the circuit behaves as adder, and when M is 1, circuit is operating as subtractor. All right. When M is 1, there is input carry. When you provide input carry, it is equal to adding 1 to the ones complement. Here you get ones complement. When the mode is 1, B would be complemented. When the mode is 0, B is not complemented. B is directly fed through complemented to parallel adder, and A would receive another input is from A, which parallel adder would receive from A. And apparently here parallel adder would add, perform addition, and stores the output carry into E flip-flop. The same the flowchart for hardware algorithm 10.2. This hardware algorithm, it is presented in 10.2. 10.2 is here. What are you doing here? This is the flowchart. Subtract operation, add operation. We have 4 combination under add operation. Minus plus A plus B, plus A plus minus B, minus A plus B, minus A plus minus B. For this addition operation, there are 4 combinations. Likewise, for subtraction operation, you have 4 combinations. Plus A minus plus A, no, plus B. Plus A minus B, minus A minus plus B, minus A minus B. 4 combinations you are getting for subtract, 4 combinations you are getting for add. Now, what to perform what? When to perform what? Minuend is stored in A, subtrahend is stored in B. Augend is stored in A, addend is stored in B. If you say A minus B, there is a terminology used wherein A is said to be minuend and B is said to be subtrahend. When there is a subtraction operation. When there is addition operation, this is A plus B. For A plus B, this addition, This is known as augend. Addend. A is upper number is known as augend, and lower number is known as addend. For add operation, augend is in A, addend is in B. For subtract operation, minuend is in A, subtrahend is in B. Means the upper number, lower number. Comparing the sign bit. Sign bit has to be compared in order to determine which operation is to be performed. If A and B both are plus plus and there is a subtraction operation, then you perform subtraction. AS XOR BS. What is AS? Plus means 0. It is 0. XOR BS. What is BS? For this first, consider this first one, first case. XOR 0. 0, 0 is 0. When you perform 0, 0 is 0, you have to do subtraction. Students, please tell me, these 4 cases are there, no? In the first case, which operation is performed? Second and third and fourth, which operation is performed? Addition or subtraction? Please tell me. Manasa? Manasa? Mani, please tell me, plus A minus plus A means which operation? Plus or minus?
First 2 cases as addition, ma'am. Second 2 cases are subtraction.
Here, first 2 cases are addition. Here, I'm talking about these red numbers, red case numbers in red. Minus, plus minus, minus, minus plus minus. So you perform minus operation. Students, today you have to study all this and come. I think I should continue this again tomorrow as well. Tomorrow again we will study the same thing. You're not getting correctly all this. So plus minus is minus, minus plus is minus. Here you perform subtraction operation. Plus minus, actually when both A and B are positive, the operation is subtraction. The subtraction is as it is. When both the numbers are same, means minus minus means also minus. This is also subtraction. When any one number is negative, if whether A is negative or B is negative, in that case, although the sign is minus here, plus addition is performed. If both are same, sign bit of A and sign bit of B, if both are same, you perform subtraction. You see here it gives 0. When it is 0, here you are performing subtraction. How do you implement subtraction? You implement subtraction by A plus B complement plus 1. This is subtraction. And addition overflow is set to 0. When any one sign, either A or B, sign is minus, XOR operation would give 1. A is plus means 0, B is minus 1. So 0, 1, it gives 1 XOR. Here A is 1, B is 0. 1, 0, it gives 1 XOR operation. When it is 1, you have to perform addition. Here, you see the flow. It is coming over here, performing addition. A plus B. Likewise, here also, when both the signs are same, when A is plus and B is plus, addition is performed. When A is minus and B is minus, in this case as well, addition is performed. If any one sign is negative, then minus sign is performed. So here in 4 cases, in the first case, addition is performed. In the second case, subtraction. Third also subtraction. Fourth is addition. Whenever both the signs are same, the result is 0, operation is plus here, and here operation is minus. Only when signs are different, the operation is reversed. If it is plus, it becomes minus. If it is minus, it becomes plus. Here you are adding, here subtracting. Then here after subtraction, E bit is checked. If it is 1, it means that there is a carry. If there is a carry, it is checked whether A is greater or equal to B. If A is greater or equal to B, in this case, A is sign bit of A is set to 0. If A is equals to 0, means if A is plus positive. If A is positive number, sign bit of A is set to 0. And here, if there is no carry, means if there is carry, means if the number is negative, if the result is negative. If the result is not negative, then it is plus, A is complemented, and it means A is less than B. A is equals to A complement plus 1 means obtaining 2's complement and then reversing the sign of A. If A is plus, it is made minus. If it is minus, it is made plus. And after addition, this addition overflow bit is set to E. If it is either it is 1 or 0, that is set to E. All right. I will stop. Wait, you all students wait.